Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good morning, evening, afternoon to anyone who is watching this video, and also to Dr. Siti Aisyah. So my name is Muhammad Syahid bin Wan Ghazali, and I'm in the group with Mir Haziq bin Mustafa. So the video that we have chose is how to remember more of what you read by using the SQRRR method. So from what I have got from the video, the SQRRR is an acronym, yes, but it is a study method which are designed to strengthen the reading muscles. The S stands for survey, and Q is for question, and the 3R is read, recite, and review. The SQRRR is a method, so it is better to understand each of it and know how it works. All five of it, but I will be explaining only two of the first one, which is S and Q, and the other three R will be presented by Mir Haziq after I have done explain my part. So let's get to it. So for the first acronym, which are the S, stands for survey. So instead of immediately read it, we can try to get a general idea first so that we know what the book is trying to tell us. And also we can glance through the table of contents so that we know what stuff is in the book or what content is in it. And then we can also try to read the headlines of each chapter so that we get a rough idea about what the chapter wants to tell us. But if the introduction of the book is good, usually it is fine as it contains the summary of the books. But if the introduction is not so good or you do not get the full view of what the book is trying to tell you, try to skim sentences from each chapter and get a rough idea about the book. And also try to jot down any weird names or big words that you don't know so that you can try to search for it later and get better understanding of what the words mean in that sentences or in that book. So for the second acronym, which are the Q, stands for questions. So you must write down every question that comes to your mind when you are reading the book. And you can use the six wise men method, which are the what, why, how, where, who, and when to build the questions. So this questioning method is purposely wanted to help us to get excited about what you're about to read. An additional tips for you guys is that if there is a part or of the chapter that you have already knew, like how to, for example, how to handle financial in this crisis, blah 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 blah, and you already knew, right? So you don't have to try to read it again, because reading is simply you are trying to gain new knowledge. So when you have know that thing, why you want to read again? It's just a waste of time, so you can just skip it. It doesn't ruin the experience of reading anyway. Oh, so that is all from me. So thank you, and this video will be continued by Mir Haziq. Bye bye.
Alright, thank you Shahi. And next for the triple R is read, relate and review. And for the read, we search for answer to your questions, make notes and highlight main ideas that support the concept. For that, we reduce the information given in the books. You can then follow the instructor taught more easily, separate important point from lesser details, and the notes become more meaningful to you. Next is relate. It is easier to remember ideas that are personally meaningful. When you study a chapter, try to link new facts, terms, and concepts with information you already know. To do this, we need to reread, or skim to locate and prove our point. By doing it, we will be likely to remember the answer. The last R is review. It is important to review the material to understand and remember it. Did you answer all of the question and understand the information? This technique called mastering concept. we'll find that our brain continues to process ideas even after we finish reading. In conclusion, the SQRR method is essentially a formula. You can use this formula to read more efficiently, increase your comprehension, and be more effective communicator. Thank you. That's all from me.